Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/slash Tales from Tech Support. In today's episode, my users do not have the ability to dial a 3-digit number. Mango 123456 is confused. What the hell is a line square? It's still not turning on. You have negative energy. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. My users do not have the ability to dial a 3-digit number. Mango 123456 is confused. My employer had an old phone system. It was probably 2+ decades old. It didn't support new technology like caller ID, there weren't enough phones to go around, and compatible phones couldn't even be found on eBay, so many users who needed a phone didn't have one. My colleague and I were tasked with replacing it. The new system is a partially custom-built system. We got the great idea, at least we thought it was, to make it work as much as possible like a home phone system. We assumed that the simpler and easier it would be, the less training we would have to do. We looked up the features offered by the local phone company, and made our system work just like that. The system is as simple as it gets. You pick up and you dial. The magic is all done by the PBX, which the users don't have to know exists. These phones didn't happen to have a voicemail button, so checking voicemail involved dialing *98, the same code as our local phone companies. No problem, we figured, people are used to doing that at home, they'll have no problem doing it here too. As to be on the safe side, we made labels that said to check voicemail, dial *98 and affixed them to every phone. We installed the phones one Sunday morning when the building was closed, tested them, congratulated each other, and went out for drinks. Come Monday morning, 2 users immediately ask us how to check voicemail. We tell them to read the sticker on the front of the phone. The response, as I suppose we should have predicted, what sticker? I offer a hands-on tutorial. I tell them that to check voicemail, they dial what it says on the sticker. I even point directly at it so that there in theory would be no confusion. User does nothing. See how it says *98? That's what you have to dial to check your voicemail. User dials 87. I barely managed to stop myself from involuntarily making a choking noise. Okay. You dialed 87, but that's not what it says on the sticker. In order for the phone to do what you want, you need to follow the directions. If the sticker says to dial *98, you have to dial *98. User dials number 98, that was a star, right? Not quite. You need to dial exactly what's on the sticker here. Do those two look the same? No? Okay, try to find the key on the phone that looks like this star here. User successfully dials *98. Great. Will there be anything else? I'm not sure I'll ever remember that. You don't need to remember it. It's on a sticker on the front of the phone. We put it there because we knew you might forget. I'd better write it down. You certainly may if you wish, but once again, it's on a sticker on the front of the phone. We won't take the stickers away. They'll always be there for you to refer to. Writes on a piece of paper, *for voicemail. Okay, you almost got it. But dialing * by itself won't work. You have to dial all 3 digits. Silence. See how the sticker says *98? That's what you have to dial. Adds 98 to their note, sort of off to the side and running into the rest of the note. I immediately go to my office and leave them a voicemail, thinking it would be good for them to practice. 4 hours later, the voicemail hasn't been retrieved. A third user asks me how to check voicemail. Hey, you know who you should ask? User 1 and User 2. I spent 20 minutes with them this morning on it. I did ask them. User 1 says they forget, and User 2 says they weren't paying attention. I don't understand why it's this complicated. What the hell is a line square? We've all had that one user who says something simple in a weird, convoluted way. This one is mine, and he's a doozy. I used to have my icons pinned to squares on my screen, but I logged in today, and they're all gone. I tried to help him pin applications to the taskbar, thinking he meant that. He didn't. Tried to help him pin them to Start menu, but he seemed genuinely surprised that the Start menu existed. Finally, he gave me the clue that I needed. I used to have a line square in the middle of the screen and a regular line on the left. Just kidding, I had no idea what that meant. I eventually dragged a desktop icon to the middle of the desktop, and he exclaimed, "Yeah. Like that." What he wanted was to drag some of his desktop icons to the middle of the desktop and arrange them in a square. That way the apps he uses regularly are separated from the apps that have shortcuts on the desktop, but that he doesn't use. The regular line on the left are the unused apps, not enough for a second column, in a vertical line of icons on the left side of the desktop. There's 6 apps he uses regularly, so it's not a square. It's a rectangle. Or as he likes to put it, a line square. It's still not turning on. I work as phone tech support, had a CX call in with a common issue with a computer that had a somewhat complicated fix, but was basically guaranteed to fix issue. After I explained the steps. CX, I'm not doing that, that won't do anything. Can you get me someone who knows what they're doing? Me, I promise this will fix it, just try these steps with me, and if it doesn't work I'll be happy to transfer you. CX does steps with me. CX, it's still very distinctive startup sound not turning on. Me, I think I heard it, is there anything on the screen? CX, well maybe it's doing something. Distinctive login sound dash. Me, yes, sounds like it's working, is there anything else I can dash? CX hangs up. You have negative energy. Hello all. Once again I am back with another story, this one took place earlier today. Before we begin I want to preface that I have a very tired sounding voice. This voice has gotten me in trouble a few times before, but it really is my natural voice. This issue is compounded with the fact that the headsets we use make even the most chipper voices sound a bit harsher. That's really it for the background though, let's commence with the story. This day started like any other Monday, not great, but nothing out of the ordinary. This user happens to call in close to 11, and the call goes something like this. Me, hello, thank you for contacting the insert company name here, help desk, I'm Ian Thief, how can I help you? User, yes, I reset my password and am having issues receiving emails now. Me, yeah, I can definitely help you with that, can I have your IP address? User, my what? Me, slower this time, can I have your IP address? Now I didn't think much when I repeated the question, after the headsets we use are kinda trash and users do have a hard time hearing us sometimes. This user on the other hand took it very personally. User, excuse me sir, you don't need to be so negative with me. Me, very confused, I'm sorry. User, you have this negative energy surrounding you for some reason, and I don't enjoy it. Me, again sir, I am sorry, however this is just my normal voice. User, no sir, I don't believe you, you just have a very negative energy. It's very frustrating, especially when I've been pleasant with you. Me, sir, I can assure you this really is just how my voice is. User, no sir, you are just very negative. I don't understand why you're so pissed off. Me, I promise you I'm not mad or annoyed, this is just how I talk normally. We proceeded to go back and forth for about 5 minutes before I was able to get the information from him. Meanwhile my coworkers are listening in on my call trying not to laugh too hard because this guy won't stop fighting me. The call ended fairly uneventfully, and the worst/best part is had the user not fought me, I would have wrapped up his issue in a minute or two. It's a very short story, but I figured someone else might be able to get a laugh out of it at least.